Well, good day to you, fellow Eastsiders, and glad to be with you for our first ever video midweek connection. This past Sunday was a little unique, wasn't it? In 11 years of pastoral ministry, I can't remember once when we canceled services, but given what was going on with the weather, it was what we needed to do, and probably a helpful reminder to us urban people that we don't control everything in the world. Probably the most interesting lecture I heard in seminary was from a guy who came in and spoke about the difference between the mindset of urban people and rural people. And he suggested that rural churches tend to get the idea of the sovereignty of God a little bit better because they're so dependent on weather and things out of their control for the success of their produce. A farmer might say, if the rain doesn't come, well, we're not going to have any crops. And for us, in the urban setting, he said about the closest we ever get to that is traffic. So it can be a spiritually productive thing when our routines are upset and when we're reminded by God that we don't control everything, we're not able to bring about certain outcomes, and that we're at His mercy. That's a very, very spiritually productive thing. And so as you continue to go on, and maybe your routines are a little different in the cold, recognize that this may be one way God is reminding you to be dependent on Him. I wanted to share with you something good God has been doing. In fact, two separate incidents, one from Pastor Chip's experience, one from mine, where both of us were able to connect with people that we had relationships with through baseball decades ago. For Pastor Chip, it was somebody on his high school baseball team, and for me, somebody on a middle school baseball team. In both cases, men connected with us, and we had opportunities to have spiritual conversations that would not have been foreseen several years ago. God allowed the relationships to continue over many, many years, and now He's opening up doors for spiritual interaction with them. So we're very glad for that. And remember, God's timing may not be exactly what we like. Sometimes it's slower than we'd like. Sometimes it's quicker than we'd like. But in every case, what God does is best. And so we can be thankful that He continues to do His good work through us. If you are in the pattern of giving and you typically give on Sunday mornings in person, since you didn't have opportunity to do that this past Sunday, we wanted to include a link in the video here so that you might be able to give online if you'd like to do that because of the uniqueness of this past Sunday's situation. As we go forward this week, may God move those around you one step closer to Jesus.